Hello students, today we will be working on 9.5, using box plots to interpret data. Our objective, I can create and interpret box plots. Compare the data and draw some conclusions. Here's the example, number 1. The roller hockey team B3 is preparing to play against S2. The coach gathers the final scores for all the games B3 has played against S2. Is it a population data or a sample data? Since it is all the scores, it's going to be a population data. Okay. Next part. Okay, I've written out all of the data here. B3, here's their scores. S2, there's their scores. How many wins does B3 have? And how many wins does S2 have? Let's see, B3, that's a win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So they have 4 wins. Okay. Now, S2, how many does S2 have? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so evidently they didn't have any ties, which is good. Okay. Next, here is B3's data. We went ahead and took all their scores and put them in order from least to greatest. That's how we can find their box and whisker plot. Okay. First, we find the minimum. Their minimum number is 1. So I'll put that in for minimum, 1. Next, we're going to find the median. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 10 numbers. So we take the 2 middle ones, 1, 2, 3, 4. These 2 middle ones, 4 and 5, and you add them together and divide by 2 to get the median, and it's 4.5. Okay. Then we're going to split the data in half. Then we take quartile 1 and say, what is the median of quartile 1? We have 5 numbers. It's going to be number 2. Then we take the median of the upper half of numbers, and that's going to be 5. And our maximum number here is 8. Next, I'm going to introduce to you the interquartile range. This is IQR. And the interquartile range is actually quartile 3 minus quartile 1. So quartile 3 is 5, quartile 1 is 2. So we go 5 minus 2, and that will give us 3. So we have all of our numbers to do our box and whisker plot. Okay. Next, what we need to do is find everything, the same data for S2, or the statistical points. So here's S2, and here's their 10 numbers. So our minimum is going to be 1. Our maximum over here is going to be 10. Can you see that okay? Yeah, I think you can. Median is the middle number, 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, 5 and 6 is going to be the middle number divided by 2. So that's going to be 2 for the median. Then we have the lower set of numbers, and that one is going to be quartile 1 is also 2. Median was 3, not 2. I don't know why I wrote 3, 2. Okay, the quartile 3, we have 5 numbers there. So 5 is going to be the middle number there. Now, our interquartile range, 5 minus 2 is going to be 3. Okay, so there we have all of our data points that we need to do our box and whisker plot. Okay, so when you're going to do your box and whisker plot here, okay, the first thing you want to do is make sure you have a minimum and maximum number on there. So we have a minimum of 1 and the maximum of 10. So for this data set, I'm going to go ahead and go by ones. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I really don't need to do 11 or 0, but there you have it anyway. Next, I'm going to go ahead and make my box plot for B3. So for B3, right here, we have all of our data. Our minimum, or actually, let's start with quartile 1. Quartile 1 is 2, so I'm going to go ahead and say, and again, this is for B3. And then quartile 3 is 5. Median is 4.5. So, and then our whisker is going to go out to 8 and 1. Okay, and there's our data for B3. I'm trying to color coordinate them if you couldn't tell. Then the last one, we are going to go ahead and do in red because it's my S2. Let's see what S2 has to say. Okay, their quartile 1 is at 2. Then they have quartile 3 is at 5. Is that correct? Yep. And their median is 3. Okay, so let's connect our box together. And then our whisker, S2, the minimum is 1. And the max is 10. So now when we look at this, it next says what statistical values indicate B3 is the better team. Okay, so B3, it's about the same here. It's going to say that the median is higher on the B3 team. So I'm going to put median. And which statistical values indicate S2 is the better team? Well, S2, they scored up to 10 there. So I would say the maximum score. Okay. All right. Okay, students, you can do the next page. You rock.